Like we always do.
That's right, like we always do here at iRunFar.com. I'm here with Andy Jones-Wilkins. He is, I believe, the only male returning with 5 straight top 10 finishes. Is that
That's
correct?
right, 5 straight top 10. Squeezed in last year in 23 seconds.
Yeah, so
from,
you're
M11.
Are you M10 or F2?
Maybe both.
Maybe both. All right. Well, so this will be your 7th time at Western States.
7th one. Yep.
Yep. And I understand there's a couple other people making their 7th run here.
Yeah,
at Western States.
it's a big year for the number 7. Susie Lister on the women's side. You know, she goes back actually to the last time we've had big snow years. She did 95 and 98 and got a top 10 in 06, the hot year, and she's back for number 7.
And two masters who you should give you a run for your money,
yes,
right?
two of the guys I love more than anything in the sport, Craig Thornley and Tommy Nielsen.
Nice.
So we'll be getting after it on Saturday.
The 7th finish award will be a big one.
It'll be a big one.
It could be the Masters win award, quite likely.
It possibly could
with
be.
the exception of Victor.
We got Victor out there. We got Mark Lance out there.
Yeah.
He's a strong,
Glenn
Redpath is strong.
He may win.
40 play. He may win. You never know. You never know what can unfold out there.
Well, who do you think are some of the? Who do you think is going to win this thing on Saturday? On the men's side?
I like on the men's side. I gotta go with Hal, 2-time repeat winner. Although he's going to have a battle on his hands with Anton and Killian and Jeff. I've been really impressed with Jeff in the races I've been run with him, and so it's going to be interesting. And with the temperatures and the forecast seeming to change by the minute, who knows what'll happen? But I like the chances of one of those 4 guys. I'll also say I don't think all 4 of them are going to finish.
So yeah, so your poll said. So who's sort of a dark horse that not necessarily to finish for the win, but who's going to sort of show up and make the stage here at Western States? Anybody on the guy's side?
I think if I was scared of anybody, it would be Nick Clark. And I don't think he's on a lot of people's radar screens, and who knows, maybe he'll go out too hard and blow up, but I think he's had such a solid build-up. He's a level-headed, smart, relaxed guy. I ran with him in New Mexico in January. I'd say keep your eye on Nick Clark.
So who's going to win the men's masters category?
I think the men's masters category is going to be as much of a bloodbath as those other guys, although you might have Victor Ballesteros, Craig Thornley, Tommy Nielsen, and Andy Jones-Wilkins gutting it out.
All right.
And I'm really psyched about that Masters race.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, I think you'll have to win the Masters race, I think you'll have to be in the top 10.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
How about on the women's side? Who's
I'm really impressed with Devin Crosby Helms. Devin's race at JFK was incredible, and I'd have to give her the nod. Although going against the experience of Nikki Kimball and the absolute incredible agelessness of Megan Arbogast, I think the 3 of them...
She keeps getting better.
She keeps getting better. I think the 3 of them are really going to be up there. I wish Anita was here. She ran an incredible race last year, passed me twice because she got lost, came back and passed me again. But I think that if she was here, it'd complete the picture. But I'd like to see those 3 and, Megan for the Masters for sure.
Okay. So you've run this thing a bunch of times. What would be your big tips for preparing for Western States?
Well, you've got to get over sort of the mental hump of the hype and all the hoopla around it. I also think that you've got to really, the saying that the race starts at Forest Hill, you really have to believe that. You have to, run this first 30 miles like it's just a training run. It's hard to get, or easy to get caught up in the excitement of hammering
the first
up this
climb, and then the high country is beautiful.
The high country. But I think strategically you've got to divide it into chunks, get through the high country, get through the canyons, and then see what you have left when you get through.
And how about on the pre-race preparation? I know in the past you've really focused on just pounding out a lot of miles. This year it seems you've done a lot more track work than normal. Is that correct?
Yeah.
I mean,
I have, for me in the preparation, I've found that as I've gotten older, quality has been more important than quantity. And so, going to the track a lot more. The track prepares you for that miserable feeling you have going up the 16th roller, for example, between Cal 1 and Cal 2. In order to run up that thing, you have to have put in the hard time. So I've focused on quality over quantity. I think everybody's different in that way. When you have 2600s under your belt, you kind of know how to run the 100. You don't quite need to log the 50, 60 milers. But I've also raced a lot more. in this lead up, and we'll see how that plays out too.
And you always have a good crew behind you, your family. And so how do you pick a good pacer?
Well, Bryon, you're one of my pacers, and I'm glad that you're healthy enough to make it to the line this year.
But you have a wide variety of pacers, and it seems to work out for you.
Yeah.
I mean, what things have worked in the past, and what haven't worked for you? I mean, it's sort of everybody has their own.
It's definitely worked to have. First of all, it's worked to have two pacers at Western States. The times I've just had one, I've dropped them. And so that's bad. It's no fun.
Been there, done that.
No fun finishing the race without a pacer. I like from Forest Hill to the river, a pacer who's thinking strategically, who's really thinking they got it. This is getting over the hump. We aren't smelling the barn yet. We're not emptying the gas. We're in race mode, but we're being smart. We're staying on top of nutrition. You are the perfect pacer. And beep beep beep, 25 minutes, time to take a gel. I mean, I hear you saying that in my head in October. Now, the last 20, I like a pacer who's gonna tell a joke now and then, or be goofy, or do something that gets my mind off the pain I'm in and stuff like that. So I pick them that way. I also like to pick a pacer that loves the sport as much as I do. I don't just want someone who's out here just kind of experimenting with it. Guys who have done hundreds, who've been in the hunt,
and who find the joy in the race and being out in the mountain.
Exactly,
like the package.
Exactly.
So that leads me to my last question: is what are you looking forward to most this weekend? This is a day. This is Christmas. It's Western. It's Statesmas,
for God's sake. And so, just nothing more than I get 17 to 20 hours just in these. Well, hopefully not 20 hours.
Hopefully maybe closer to 17.
Maybe closer to 17. But in these mountains, enjoying this, and that's what I'm looking forward to the most. Although the blend of the competition, the beauty, the fun, the excitement of getting to that track at the end, and just the euphoria you feel, and it's like homecoming weekend and Christmas and all rolled into one.
A big family reunion.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well,
that's what I look forward to the most.
Well, it's great meeting you at this reunion. Thank you for taking
all
time,
right,
and have fun on Statesmas.
Thanks a lot, Bryon. Appreciate it. How'd we do?